Hello everyone, I hope you're doing great. In today's video, we're gonna see what type of content can be created within Devonthink. So without further ado, let's get started. Where here I am inside of Devonthink. I've created a test database for YouTube. I know, very smart title, so that I can have an empty database to show you how to create your files and in documents and how to organize them. The different options that you have, obviously, you're all going to do it differently depending on how your brain functions. So let's get to it. So first of all, you will need to create your first folder. So as you can see, I've added the default toolbar so that we can all start with the same basis. So the first thing you want to add to your Devonthink database is probably a folder. So just click in this icon here, add a name. So I'm going to say, I don't know, YouTube videos ideas. Okay, I'm going to do that. There you go. This is a new folder, so I'm going to create another just to show how to classify the folders. The first thing you want to do is add documents to your folders. So you can add notes if you like. So just click on text here, and that will create a rich text for you. Just click on it and then start typing. Okay, so that will create a rich text for you. So if you double click on the note, you will then have a single window here with a new toolbar that you can, as usual, customize and add whatever you need to add when you write notes. I don't use Devonthink for notes myself, even if there's no problem doing that at all. Punctually, maybe, but not as a note-taking tool kind of thing. Because, well, when I use Evernote, it's hard for Devonthink to compete in terms of taking notes. So I still use Evernote. You can add different type of notes. You can have rich text, which is what it would do. You can add plain text, formatted note, which are kind of HTML notes also. Yeah, so you can have different format of note, and you can also add sheets. So kind of records and so like a table if you like. I think I already have that somewhere. So these are the different formats you can create right within Devonthink, right? You can also add documents straight into your database. So I have a PDF here. Let's see if I should demonstrate that. And you will add it inside of a pre-existing folder. If you just add it to this sidebar, it will appear kind of on its own on the sidebar like this. So you can then drag and drop inside of one of your folder or leave it as is. And what you want to then do is sort your sidebar, sort out the order of things. So you can sort your sidebar by name, kind, label, flags. I'll show you all that, label, flags. But let's say by kind. So you will have all small groups together. So smart groups are groups with conditions. We'll talk about that in another video, how to set them up. But what you have is that everything of the same nature will be grouped together, which is how I tend to sort my databases. So as you can see here, I have one that is pretty complete. So you can see that everything is of the same nature, as in folders are what folders, notes are with notes, and smart groups are with smart groups. So this is how I tend to do it. But you can sort it out in any way you wish, for your workflow. By author, by recipient for emails, for example. So because in Devonthink you can import entire groups of emails. We'll also see that in another video. So click on one of your folder. So you'll see your document. You can also right click, and what you see is a submenu. So with new, you can create a note with whatever is on your clipboard. You can create a plain text note, rich text formatted note, HTML page, markdown text, and sheet, which are like tables. So as you can see, you can create all sorts of documents that are very easily to then share with others. You can also create a new bookmark. So let's add a URL. All right. We can tag it if you like. So I'm going to target tutorials, the best channel on YouTube, obviously. Just click on add. And now you have this website always available to you if you like. Because with Devonthink, you can actually open website right inside of Devonthink, which is very nice when you're doing extensive research and things. You don't need to jump from the browser to Devonthink, so it's pretty nice. You can also add a news feed. So I have a ton of feeds into my collection database that I can show you, RSS feeds. And these are great because this is the feed of the Devonian Times, which is a blog for Devonthink. As you can see, it refreshes on its own. I don't need to do anything. And I have new articles downloading on my Devonthink account when I want to. So I can go and read. I can go and read articles if I want to. And if you are doing research, you can add in a feed from another website that you need to monitor, for example, for information. And then automatically it will upload new articles on your Devonthink account. So that's really nice. It's not as good as a reader, I would say, because I do have a reader app on News Explorer on my Mac, as in the actual form of it and how nice it looks. But you can keep all your articles, and that allows you to have a library of articles when you need them. You can also add small groups, which are groups with conditions, for example, all PDF, all duplicates, all images, or other conditions. But in another video, I will show you how to set this up. So for now, we'll just pass on this one. You can also create documents or folders from templates. And this is really good. I did create my own templates. I will show you that in another video. But let's start with the one that are available to you. You can, for example, add a note regarding your serial number. So let's click here. And here you see that it's already set up for you. And it will tell you how to use a template. You can put the product name here, Devonthink, for example, the email address that is attached to the serial number and the serial number. So it allows you to keep a record of all your serial numbers, and it's done for you. And then what you can do after that, which I sometimes do, is merge things together. So you can merge documents together in Devonthink, and it's quite flawless. So let's add a few more notes to show you how Devonthink merges information. I'm going to do several serials number and then notes, and then we can see how it merges it perfectly. So for example, if I want to merge those two, because this is a lot of space for serial numbers, and I like to have it in one notes, I would just click on select both notes and then click on merge. And here you have all your serial numbers listed in one note. And so that's how I like to do it. And it has no line to divide anything. It's pretty seamless, and I really enjoy that. And as you can see again, because it's sorted by nature of documents, all the documents that are the same are listed the same way. You can also see that these two notes, because they are similar, are highlighted in blue and are bold. It means that you have a duplicate. So if you click on duplicates, you'll see that you have twice the same note. So in a database, that will allow you to spot immediately if you have duplicates. You can also spot immediately replicates. So let me click on base, which is one of my company. Everything that you see highlighted in red in my database here are replicants. So which means they are replicated in another folder. So I think they are in draft. Yeah, so you can see that some of them are in draft and some of them are in reference documents. So again, I repeat the difference between a duplicate and a replicate. So a duplicate is a document that is duplicated from one folder to another. But when you make change to one item, to one document, this change won't reflect in the duplicated version. A replicate is a document that is replicated in another folder, but the changes you make in one document will affect the replicated version of that same document. So it's great if you don't use tags, which is my case. I like to have different versions of the same documents in different places. And I know that if I change something in one document, it will propagate on all the other versions of that document. So for me, I find that better than tags. For somebody like me, I'm the dyslexic and stuff, so I like to see things clearly instead of having the concept of tag in my head. I like to see things clearly, so it helps me a lot. So let's move on. So you have different type of templates. You also have folder classification, which are super cool when you're lazy. So you can click on decimal filing system. And now what's happened is that you have folders created for you, which has had everything you need. So here you have management, inventory, finance and accounting, human resourcing, purchasing, products. So everything to run your company. So the folders are already available to you, and you can just crack on with work. So this is pretty nice. You can explore that as you use Devonthink. You also have Library of Congress. I don't know what that is, but I'm sure it's very interesting. So yeah, there you go. So wow, general works, philosophy, and then you click on A and you have all of these folders creating for you that probably make sense to you if you're some sort of very intelligent person. But it's really nice because if you have use for this, it will save you time and energy and effort, if you were to create that by yourself. So you can also create business cards from those templates. This is one of my favorite one that I use a lot for work to create kind of rolodex of contacts for particular projects. So what you need to do first is to have your contact open on the page of the person that you want to use for this example. So then what you do, once the right contact is open on your laptop, you go ahead and create your document. Click on contact and business card here. And boom, you have a business card created with the person's name, email address, whatever information is on your laptop, on your contact page, on the person that you've chosen, will then reflect on this note. So that's really cool to create rolodex of information. I've done that in some other databases, like here. You can see that I've put people on one project on one page, so I've merged everything and it's quite clean. It allows me to have everybody's contact in one go, sometimes to print stuff and send it to people. Let's move on. You have contact, an event, calendar event, education. You can take notes, obviously. So just, corner notes, rich text. So let's try this one. So this is your typical corner notes kind of setup, and you can go ahead and write whatever you want to write and type your notes here. So it's really awesome if you have use for it and you would like to use Devonthink to take notes. It's perfect. In that way, you can create really all sorts of documents. I've created one myself, which is called Notes Diary, so it's not complicated to do that. So I'll click here, and here I can have a diary kind of a company diary. What I do, because I manage a lot of projects, I tend to write, you know, highlights. So here I'll write the dates, and then I'll write the highlights of what happens with the project, so that we have kind of a roadmap of what's going on. So I've created this template myself. So I will make a video on how to customize Devonthink. So I will explain to you how to create templates also. But for now, I just want to show you how to use and to create as many content type as you possibly can. You also have projects here. This is one that I've created myself, but there's other ones. I've created one called Project Basic. So this allows me, when I have a new project, to have all my folders set up. So you can click on this one with the icons on it. So I've used it with a lot of different projects, and this allows me to have them all set up. So I have a note with project overview. So who are the partners, the start and end date, description, scope, etc., the budget, the goals of the projects, the objectives, the summary, and then I'll put my note diary, as I said, for this particular project. I can't talk anymore. And then I created those cool folders that you can see reflected in other projects of mine, like this one or this one. So as you can see, I've used this template quite a bit. That's one of the templates I've created. But obviously, there's some that are ready to use. But I will obviously, as I said, show you how to do your own templates, right? So these are like projects. Let's open another just for fun. Let's open student. And here you have everything that is related to studying, apparently. So background info, documents, emails, letters, others, presentation, things like that. So you don't have to create all those folders. They're made for you. And you can also have tabs, which mean let's open Google. All right. You can have tabs on your database, and then you can just use them when you're researching things. So when you go to student, background info, document, email, this tab is always present. So this is quite great if you are a student or you're researching things. Always have Google available to you to go and research information. That's very practical. So as you can see, our our little folder is filling up pretty quickly. But this will allows you to kind of see all the possibilities that you have with Devonthink, and that you really need to go ahead and explore, because it's really cool. I would say open, create a random database, and explore all of them, because they're really, really, really cool. And sometimes they're things you don't necessarily think about, but that can be so helpful for you. Smart groups here are groups that can help you put together information. For example, if you have emails in one of your database, you can gather all the emails in one folder, all the images, all the music files, the QuickTime Media file, the videos that you have, everything that you've added last month, last week, last year. All the large documents of a database can be added. I think I've done that in this database. Is pretty big. So in this database here, I added a smart folder for last month. Don't know what that is. So that's what I did last month. So it kind of allows me to see what's going on in terms of my work and what has been done already last week. And then documents that I've created. And then a web browser that I use sometime too. So, you can really have fun with this. And there's so many possibilities that, for example, Evernote don't offer yet. So for me, Evernote is very important because I use it for a certain purpose. But I think that if you're looking for a replacement, Devonthink is really cool for that, and it has nothing to envy to Evernote, I would say. So guys, this video is getting really long, so I'm gonna cut it short and we'll continue next video. We'll tackle tags and marking your items, as well as table of content and other exciting stuff. So see you in the next video. In the meantime, have a great, productive day and see you soon. Bye bye.